Anytime.
Okay. Denise, if you could just give us a little bit of background info as far as you and pharmaceutical sales. You've been doing that for how long? Just touch on your family. Just some basic information first.
So I'm married and I have 3 daughters. My educational background, I went to Temple University and have a degree in exercise physiology. I worked in the industry in the field for about 6 years until I changed fields and started in the pharmaceutical industry. I've been working in the pharmaceutical industry in sales and account management for about 15 years now.
Okay. And the transition to this opportunity, why this made sense from a fitness franchise perspective, and then talk about powertrain versus the other options out there.
So I'm at the point now where I wanted to combine my educational background and the wealth of experience in the work field, specifically in sales. So it made sense for me to get back into the fitness industry. Sports performance is expanding across the country, and so I started to investigate different opportunities, different companies, and why not in my backyard is Powertrain Sports Institute, world-class institution, trainers that excel and deliver results to athletes. So I did some homework. I met with Steve Saunders, he's the CEO of the organization, and he offered me the opportunity to work with Powertrain Sports Institute and eventually work into the franchise industry. So.
Excellent, excellent. Could you talk about the family impact? Is your husband involved in this at all? Has he been supportive?
So my husband is in sales as well, so he will bring his sales experience to the organization as well. I have 3 daughters who are all athletes.
Could you just repeat that? Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. So my husband will be active. He's also in the corporate world, and he's in the sales industry as well. He will bring that experience to help build the franchise. I have 3 daughters who are younger but all athletic and are interested in training and developing themselves to be better and dominate the field in their respective sports. So.
Okay. What else do we have? Could you talk a little more about the focus with Powertrain on pro athletes and applying that to the masses, to youths and adults, from a recreational perspective, just people looking to get healthier and kind of leveraging what's been done with pro athletes. What's your connection there?
So.
And while you're thinking about that, I'm just going to hide your mic and just
Thank you.
flip over a little bit.
So
So
what are you looking
the importance. I'm sorry. Powertrain versus.
One of the things that you said, you could add or say, one of the things that attracted me to Powertrain is the strength of the brand and their association with all levels of pro athletes to housewives to seniors to kids and how they bring it all together. So I'd say it's the strength of the brand attracted me because boom. Something like that. Did you hear that or not?
stand back there with the thing so I
That's why I told him we should have cue cards.
I know. I needed some
No,
like
just say,
prep.
the strength of the Powertrain brand is really what attracted me to this, and to be able to get pro athletes as clients, to be able to get kids as clients, housewives, and men just looking to lose weight and feel better. And again, remember we're going to edit this, so you can say it, start over, add something to it, and
Okay.
it'll be fine. But I would say something
That
about
works.
the brand and everything that comes in, the strength of that brand, and then why you think it's good.
Okay. Is she ready?
Yeah, I was
Oh.
just trying to think of something for you to go off of. But go ahead if you're
Okay.
ready.
So what attracted you to Powertrain?
So the attraction to Powertrain has everything to do with the brand. So Powertrain brand has an influence across the country, from pro athletes down to middle school athletes and everything in between. You look at stay-at-home moms or even work moms that want to get into better condition, to be a role model for their own kids, to stay healthy. And Powertrain Fitness incorporates that aspect to help those individuals, as well as Powertrain Sports Institute brings the influence and the experience of the pro athletes and models them for the college athlete and the high school athlete and the middle school athlete.
Excellent,
Perfect.
excellent.
Is that good?
Without a cue card, it was great.
Yeah, you don't need cue cards.
How about another thing is, I love that they all work out together. You can walk in a facility,
Mhm.
see a pro athlete working out next to a housewife or next to a younger athlete, and what a role model and the excitement in the facility from that. So tell us what's exciting in the facility.
And scoot to your right just like an inch, just I don't want to see that chair. There you go, perfect. Thank you.
So one example of the pro athletes having influence at Powertrain Sports Institute was while I was investigating the brand, I had the opportunity to witness the pro athletes training with high school athletes, and the motivation that it gave the younger athletes to actually train side by side with a professional football player was just amazing to see the increase of intensity level in that younger athlete, because they want to dominate the field, they want to be stronger, and they want to have better endurance. And so what better example and what better environment to have in the pro athletes working side by side with the younger athletes, and even the moms, the moms being in the same facility with professional athletes is motivating as well.
Excellent. Can you just go back and talk just a little bit about being your own boss versus what you're doing now, the importance of that, that transition?
When you get out of the
Scoot your left a second.
pharmaceutical
Yep.
sales world, no, don't say that.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, perfect.
Or
So
maybe you could
being
start
my
off
own
with,
boss.
My husband and I have always been in the corporate world. We've never owned our own business, and this is something that we're excited about, and we're not nervous because we have a system to follow because of all the things Powertrain's provided. Something to that effect. So let's lay the groundwork is you guys have never owned your own business, even though you have a lot of business experience, and how you expect this to be a smooth transition because of the systems and everything, gaining from our experience from already doing it.
Okay.
So the question might be, are you worried about owning your own business?
Mm-hmm.
No, because boom.
Okay.
Or what brought you to Powertrain? Are you excited about owning your own business?
Yeah.
Maybe lead it with that, just to get your mind going.
So owning my own business and versus working for the corporate world. My husband and I have been in corporate sales all of our lives, all of our work career lives. And so it's time. It's time to make the change, to be my own boss, to navigate through the rest of my work life, and to be in an industry that I love and I'm passionate about. Powertrain gives me that opportunity as a franchise owner. They've developed the blueprint. They've paved the way for franchisees to be their own boss and to do something that they love every single day, wake up and walk into a facility that makes me happy and makes money for me and my family.
That was good. Very good.
Is that okay?
Yeah, excellent. As far as support goes, obviously it's early in the process, but from a site selection perspective, obviously you're getting support there. From a marketing perspective, from a training perspective, there's going to be a process. If you could just talk about the importance of that. Where not only does Powertrain have a proven business model, but from a support perspective, they're there every step of the way, from site
Okay.
selection to
Okay.
training to operational support, things like that.
Okay. So in addition to modeling the business, it's a process, and the process takes time and guidance, and that's exactly what Powertrain headquarters offered to me when I was walking through the process. So from site selection to interviewing trainers and helping me build the employees in the facility. Powertrain was there from the headquarters perspective every step of the way. Anytime I needed questions, support, guidance, Steve and his staff was there to help me every step of the way. That wasn't really enough, was it?
That was good. I think one thing to add on, you could ask her, what she likes about the business model. I like the low entry cost and the overall investment was reasonable, for what we expect to do with the business. And it's a straightforward, it's a great concept in the business model itself. So I think you want to get low entry cost and overall investment, something that you and your husband could do or you and your family could do. And it's an easy business to see. It's really straightforward. They're here to help people, whether it's an athlete, a stay-at-home mom, whoever.
Okay.
So most important things at the beginning, low entry costs and overall investment.
One of the things my husband and I had to take into consideration when we were looking at different opportunities was the cost, the initial cost to buy into the franchise. Powertrain offered us the opportunity at,
Wait, this-
sorry,
That's okay. Yep, I think you scooted to your left a little.
did.
Yep, that's good.
sorry.
You're all right. I just wanted you to look good. All right.
See that? So we
Lower
like the-
entry, what
we
word
like the
is-
low entry cost.
Low entry cost, okay.
We like the low entry cost and the overall investment was something that made sense to us,
Okay.
something like that.
So two things that my husband and I had to take into consideration when we were looking at franchises was the entry cost and the overall investment. And that was one thing that Powertrain offered. So the entire package, all of the marketing and all of the notoriety that Powertrain offers to get into a company like this at such a reasonable cost at entry level, and then the investment cost was reasonable. It gave us the opportunity, and that's why we chose Powertrain.
Excellent. What else? Seat selection, cover that. Now, do you want to get into specifics, Steve, as far as operational software, advertising, marketing, resources?
That's okay.
How much detail do we want?
I don't think that specific. I would say